Hey guys, this is Chris, the lower, slower board gamer, and I have been watching Wingspan videos, and I saw a video the other night, and it got me to thinking, how many points are possible in the core Wingspan game? The video I allude to was made by Cutlass Board Games. Check his channel out. He's got some good stuff. Mathematically solved Wingspan. What's the highest score? Now, he was using the expansions, and he was cashing food like a champ in the forest. But I got to thinking, okay, I have the core game. I love the core game. What can I do with the core game? And the first time I tried it, I came up with 217 points with only 5 birds in the grasslands. And once that was done, I was like, man, there's a lot of wasted potential here. So then I went with a few more birds and got 267 points. And I think that I have found a way to tweak it where we might get 300 points in this game. Now, I want you to know something. This game, I'm calling it in provision mode. Basically, every single thing I'm going to need on every single turn is going to be every single available to me. You will never have this situation in a game that you are playing with live, real, thinking, non-mongoloidal opponents. There is no way you will ever encounter this situation playing the game. It is completely unrealistic, and you should not expect to do so in any way, shape, or form. Caveats offered. That being said, let's head on down to the table and let's look at our setup. Now we've got our aviary board, our game board. I've got 4 end-of-round goals that I think with the setup you're going to see could be easily reached and probably get the max, get the most points for the end-of-round goals. They count to the points, and these are things that we're going to be able to achieve with what we're going to have set up. My starting hand, and I'm going to be playing against 4 opponents, and the 4 opponents are going to give me things, because that's just the nice guys they are. The first opponent, his starting hand is going to be the red crossbill, which is going to give me and the other players wheat each turn. So we'll set him right there. His second is going to be the osprey, which at a later point is going to begin to give me a fish each time it's activated, which will be each turn. And he is going to start with wheat, invertebrates, seed, and fruit. The second player is going to start with Anna's hummingbird. And this is going to provide me with a choice food out of the bird feeder each turn. It's going to start out being various things, but, you know, we're going to have that. And his second bird is going to be the lazuli bunting, which will allow me to lay an egg in one of my bowl nest birds. That will be going there, and this bird is going to be starting with, why not? Boom. Now, let's start with seed. And here we'll start with invertebrate and fruit. You'll see why. The third bird, the third opponent, is going to start with the western meadowlark, which is going to allow me to immediately lay eggs in my ground or enclosure nest birds. And his second card, his, her, it, automa, whatever you want to call it, second bird is going to be the ruby-throated hummingbird. Yes, another hummingbird, which is going to give me more food. And then the final opponent, first bird is going to be Wilson's snipe, which allows me to draw a card when activated. And his second bird is going to be the northern cardinal, which is going to give me a fruit. We need to get their starting food. Those are easy. Starts with that and that. So these are starting hands for the opponents. And here, same thing. Why not? Boom. Now you go over there. Boom. And a boom. Okay. My starting hand shall consist of the spotted towhee, which is going to give me a wheat each turn when I activate it. And I got more points by juggling these two around. I was doing the towhee second and the Canada Goose first. But I was missing a turn. These are going to be in the grasslands to start having to lay eggs instead of being able to play a bird. You're going to see the beauty of this, the way this works. So anyway, my opening hand is going to be those two, and it is going to be worm, or invertebrate rather, wheat, and we're going to go with a fruit. So that's going to be my starting hand. And my starting bonus card is going to be Visionary Leader. Let's go ahead and tuck him right in there so we can kind of keep track of what cards are doing what. For those of you who are not familiar with it, Visionary Leader, if I have 5 to 7 birds in my hand at the end of the game, I get 4 points. If I have 8 plus, I get 7. And I believe this is going to give me the 8 plus. I do believe that. I haven't played through this rendition of it, but I think it's going to rock. So Visionary Leader is my first, yes I said first, bonus card. So we'll just keep these guys down here for now. Let's go ahead and start. And we're going to start with our opponents, let them go first, and then I will go last first round. So, the red crossbill, he's going to play a bird. And we'll put this here, why not? That'll work, showing that they took their turn. And he's going to go wheat and 2 wheat. That bird is played. Second opponent is going to play Anna's hummingbird. Discard the wheat. Third opponent is going to pay for the western meadowlark. Fourth opponent is going to pay for the Wilson snipe. Now it is my turn. I'm going to play the spotted towhee, and I am going to pay for it with a fruit. I believe that's the one I'm supposed to use. So play a bird goes right there. Okay. Second turn. They have the food. We're not paying an egg for these. They're pretty much going to be in different habitats anyway, so they won't have to pay for the egg. But then we're going to time warp things around, and they're both going to be activated on each turn. So it's just, you know, you're never going to get this, but how many points can you get? So here, we're going to activate. So all players get a wheat, including these players, which will need it. Now the Lazuli bunting can be played. That's not important, so we'll leave it out. And the northern cardinal, that's not important, we'll leave it out, because these birds are already paid for. So we've activated. We're going to activate Anna's hummingbird, and we are going to take a fruit from the bird feeder. We're going to presume it's there, provision mode. We're going to lay an egg on a ground nest, so that is going to put an egg on the towhee. Then we are going to draw a card, and our next card is going to be the Northern Mockingbird, which is going to allow me to repeat a power in the same habitat. We're going to be repeating that power. Discard 1 wheat and tuck 2 cards. This is a full tuck game. And now we've done all 4, and they've done their second turn. So now we're going to do our second turn, and we're going to play a bird. Canada Goose. We're going to pay the egg and the 2 wheat. And that is our turn. Third turn. I'm going to have to get food. This is the one spot where it almost slows me down. I'm not sure. We're going to keep going. I don't know if I'm going to miss one or not, but it does have to get food. So it's going to take the fish. We can just get rid of that. This player is going to play a bird. This player is going to play a bird. This player is going to play a bird. They've taken their third turn. My third turn, I'm going to play a bird. Northern mockingbird. I don't have the egg. I have to lay eggs. I knew there was something there. Okay, so I do have to lay eggs before getting all the birds down. That's fine. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we don't have a wheat to discard. We're going to get a wheat from the spotted towhee. Next turn. Okay, so that was the little fly in the ointment, the monkey in the wrench. All right, we're going to play a bird and get him in, and now we're activating. We are going to activate, take a food, and lay an egg in a cup nest. There are none yet, but we are going to take a food. Let's go ahead and take a wheat. Then we lay an egg in a ground nest, and we get another food. We'll take a invertebrate. Let's do that. Keep them straightened up a little bit. I'm going to need that later. And then we're going to draw a card, which is the gray catbird, the other repeater. Well, there's only 2 of them in the deck. How are you going to do it? Some of you may know, and you're going to find out shortly. And we're going to get a fruit. Our turn, we are going to play a bird. Northern mockingbird, we're going to pay the egg. And we're going to pay invertebrate and fruit. 5th turn over here. Now it starts to pay off. We get a wheat and a fish. And there will be a pattern once we get through the first turn. And every single turn, it'll be the same thing. It'll be easier to keep track of. Then we are going to take any food and lay an egg on a cup bird. We're going to take the fruit and lay an egg on the mockingbird. Then we're going to lay an egg on the Canada goose. Take another food. Let's take another wheat. And then the last, we're going to draw another card. And here is the Sandhill crane. Tuck wheat, discard wheat, tuck 2 birds. We're doing that 8 times every time we lay an egg. So we're laying eggs and tucking 8 cards every turn with 4 exceptions. And the 4 exceptions are going to give us more bonus cards to score more points up here. Let's see how this goes. So we've done that. We're going to take the fruit. And then we are going to play a bird. So far, I've done this and not played a bird 1 turn doing this setup. You're never going to get this, but it's cool to tinker with stuff and see how many points you can get. It's neat seeing how you can break a game. 2 eggs. We have 2 eggs. 1 invertebrate, 2 fruit. Doink, doink. And then it is next turn for our opponent. And we're going to be getting every turn. Yeah. Pretty much. Let's keep doing this through the first round anyway. I know we need to do that. So let's get a wheat. Got some wheat going there. Let's get a fish. Now we're getting a fish. Let's get a rodent. And let's lay an egg on catbird. Let's lay an egg on the Canada goose. Let's get a invertebrate. Let's draw another card. And now we're drawing into the next part of give us extra points. House wren. Play an additional bird in this habitat at a normal cost. And you can see we're filling up the grassland, so we're going to be going for the forest with that. And get a berry. Fruit, whatever. And now our turn. We're going to play a bird. Sandhill crane. We're going to pay 2 eggs. We're going to pay 2 wheat. And we're going to pay an additional wheat. Right there. So that is the omnivore. So we have paid all of that. Okay, 2 more turns in the first round. Now we're going to get wheat, fish. At this point, we're pretty much going to get wheat, wheat, wheat. Fish, berry. Lay egg, draw a card. So we're going to take the 3 wheat. Fish and a berry. Wheat's going to recycle. So I'm getting 3 here. I'm getting a 4th here. That's going to be enough to do 4 tucks. I'm replenishing my tuck discard wheat. Now I'll lay 2 eggs. 1 here. 1 here. And draw a card. And this card is going to be Ruby Crowned Kinglet. Play an additional bird in the forest. There's 2 of those. Okay, our turn. We are going to lay eggs right there. We're going to lay eggs. So we get to lay 4. We're not going to spend the food yet. We can do that at a later point. So we're going to spotted towhee. Let's put 1 on the crane, 1 on the northern mockingbird, and 1 on the Canada goose. Discard 1 wheat to tuck 2 cards. I am simply going to mark the tucks on this little score thing that I have here. So that's going to be 2 cards. 1, 2. Discard 1 wheat to tuck 2 cards by repeating this. Why not? And then this guy's going to do the Canada goose. Discard 1 wheat to tuck 2 cards. Discard 1 wheat, tuck 2 cards. And I've just scored 12 points in that round and gotten a wheat. Okay, and that's it. Final turn of the round is going to be, and it's going to speed up now a little bit because we're doing the same thing over and over. We are getting 3 wheat. We are getting berry and fishcola. We are getting a egg here and here. We're going to run out of egg room pretty quick, but we're going to get more very fast. And draw a card. Red-eyed vireo. Play an additional bird in the forest. That's 3 of them. Yeah, you see where this is going, don't you? All right, and then it's our final turn, and we're going to lay eggs. At this point, what else are we going to do? So we're going to lay an egg here, lay an egg here, lay an egg here. So we get to lay all 4 eggs. And then we're going to go tuck, 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 get a wheat. So we'll do that, and we'll mark 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, end of this first round. Our bird value is 5, 10, 15. Eggs, we have 8, 12, 15 eggs. And eggs and grass full on 1, 8. Like to keep notes. End of round goals. We're going to say end of round goal eggs in the first round. Eggs in the ground, nests of 8. Yeah, we got that. So that's 4. The total points is, with 16 tucks, that is going to be 15 for birds, 15 for eggs is 30. 16 tucks is going to be 46. End of round goals is 50. So first round we have 50 points. And it gets insaner from here. Get under there, nice. Alright. Round 2 to commence. Okay. So we are going to, and we'll do that to make sure we only have the 7 rounds. We'll put that there. Okay. Get these guys back over here. Round 2, commence. We're going to do the same thing, lather, rinse, repeat. So we're going to get 3 wheat. We'll get 2 wheat. One of those guys, we're going to get a worm. And we get the fish and a fruit. Cannot lay eggs, don't have capacity. And we get to draw a card. Downy woodpecker, play an additional bird in this habitat. That is 4. Can you guess what's coming next? Alrighty, and that's all of their gifts to us. So we are going to go ahead and lay eggs. Even though we can't do anything, we can't do anything else at this moment because we need one more bird. So even though we can't lay eggs, we are going to tuck 8 cards. Tuck, 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 get a wheat. So we'll take those away and we'll mark our tucked cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second round, same as before, and it will be the rest of the way. 3 wheat, fruit and fish. Can't lay any eggs. And draw a card. Cason's Finch. Draw 2 bonus cards and keep 1. And that was given to us on their turn. So on our turn, what are we going to do? We're going to play a bird. We're going to play the house wren and pay the worm. We're going to play the ruby-crowned kinglet. Pay a fruit. We're going to play the red-eyed vireo. Play a fruit. We're going to play the downy woodpecker. Pay a fruit. Don't worry, I'm coming back to it. Cason's Finch, we're going to pay a wheat and a fruit. In a total of 6 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's put 2 more there. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 off of there. That'll work. So that's the 6 eggs that we owe. And we have played 5 birds, 1 turn. Now we can start laying eggs again. So that is our second turn, 5 and 5. Yep, let's go to our opponent's next turn. And we're going to get the 3 wheat. Is that what we need? We just need 1. Yeah, let's get the... I want to keep the pile nice and neat. Let's get 1. And rodent, why not? And a fish, why not? And then we get the fish and the fruit. Oh, by the way, what was that bonus card you're asking? Well, let me show you what that bonus card is. That bonus card that we just happened to draw exactly when we needed it. Forester. Birds that can live only in the forest. 5 birds. I changed it out. I don't get it. Stupid. Dumb. I did it for egg capacity and I lost this. I had a different bird. So there's a screw up. House wren can't go. I did it for egg capacity. It's not a forest bird. We're only getting 4 points. So we're going to mark a little +4 possible here. had another bird, and I can't remember which one it was, but it was a 3-point bird that had 2 eggs for 5, and I went with 1 and 5 for 6, and I didn't pay attention to where it's allowed to play. So we're only getting 4 points for that one. Yeah, pay attention to all the details, dippy-doo. Okay, so I got the food. I'm going to lay eggs. Oh, we'll put one right there and one right there. And draw a card. And we get the Great Egret. See where we're going with this one. However, in the core game, there are only 2 birds that let you play an additional bird in your river or wetlands. But I found a way around that. Okay, our turn. We are going to lay eggs. Daggone it, I totally did not pay attention to that. Alright, we're laying 4 eggs. Let's go... Let's put them in these box nests so that way they don't get in the way of maybe laying stuff later. And then we're going to tuck 8 cards and take a wheat. Let's take the wheat. Mark 8 tucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're up to 16. Opponent's turn. We're going to get... Oh yeah, spend that. We got the wheat back, so we're getting 3 wheat. Dink. And we're getting fish and fruit. We're laying 2 eggs. Bowl. Enclosure. And we are getting a card. It's going to be the Great Blue Heron, which is another play an additional bird. Goes right there. Okay. Our turn. We're laying eggs. Or more specifically, tucking birds. So we get to lay 4. Let's see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and there's plenty of those. Let's just put in there 4. We're going to tuck 2, 4, 6, 8, and take a wheat. Discard 4 and get 1 back. Net -3, tucking 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next, guess what's going to happen? We're going to get the 3 wheat back. We're going to get a fish and a fruit. We're going to lay 2 eggs. That one goes there. That one goes, that's a bowl bird. And we get a card. And that's going to be the King Rail. Egg capacity 6. 1 for that. I'm going to have the food, no problem. 2 bonus cards, keep 1. It is now our turn, and we're going to play a bird. So we're going to play Great Egret. That costs 2 fish and a rodent. That's why he kept getting the fish. Great Blue Heron costs an egg. Fish and an invertebrate. And the King Rail costs an egg. Take it off of there. Invertebrate, fish, and something wild. Let's go ahead and fish. We're going to lose an extra food, but whatever. We'll get rid of 4 fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a fish. And we have played these birds on that turn. Our opponent is going to give us 3 wheat, fish and a fruit, think. We have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to this stuff. Oh yeah, we're going to finish this out by playing cards. So we're going to run out of room there, but that's fine. We'll just move it. Lay 2 eggs. Enclosure and bowl. There. Draw a card. Oh, the bonus card. Forgot the bonus card. Birds that eat fish. So far we have 3. One more gives us 8 points. Now we draw the card, and that's going to be the puffin. The Atlantic puffin eats fish. That gives us 8 bonus points on that card. Also gives us another bonus card when we are getting ready to play that bird. 3 fish, 2 eggs. Let's get it off of here. And bonus card. Birds that can live only in the wetlands. So far I have 4 for 3 points. I will have a 5th for 7. In just a moment, I might add. Final turn. We're going to get 3 wheat, which we don't need any longer, but we're still going to do this because I don't want to miss anything. Fruit and a fish. And remember, you're never going to get this situation at home. Don't try this at home. I'm a trained dreamer. 2 eggs. Oh, let's go enclosure and bowl and draw a card. And look. Whooping crane. Omnivore. 3, whatever I want. Another bonus card. Well, I think we're going to play a bird. And we're going to take 3 wheat off of this embarrassment of riches stack that I have here. And we're going to put this stuff over here. A little more out of the way, maybe. The food that I have, that goes there. Draw the final bonus card. Ecologist. Birds in my hand, in the habitat with the fewest birds in your habitat with the fewest birds, 2 per bird. That is a 10-point bonus card right there. And now at the end of turn 2, 15 birds played as of 2/7, the final turn. Okay. Doinky doink. Now we need to, let's see, let's count stuff. Birds, we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Plus 15 is 28. Plus 5, 6, that's a straight. So 6 times 5, we have 28 plus 30 is 58 bird points. Tucks in this round equate to, and I had a lot more in the second game that I played because I didn't have these extra birds coming down. So I had a lot more tucks at the end of the second round. This time only 24. End around goals, we're going to say that most eggs in bowl nests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Yeah, we're going to say that probably would have got it for the second round as well. Those of you who play know that 6 or 7 is a great total for second round for types of nest total eggs. So we're going to say we have 9 end of round goal points. Eggs, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Just so we can keep track of how this is going as it goes. You have total birds 58. Tucked cards, 24 for this round, plus 16 for the first round is 40. Let's do that little slash 40, so that way I have that running total. You have total eggs, 23, end of round goal points, 9. That is going to be a total of 40, 98, 118, 121, 130 points at the end of the second round. So we had 50 at the end of the first round. Now we have 130, and we have 2 rounds to go. And now it's pretty much going to be lather, rinse, repeat. Basically, it's going to be laying eggs, tucking cards. And I think we're just going to go through and just finish that out with those activities. So first, it's going to let me lay 2 eggs. I'm not worried about the food at this point. I have enough food. I can do what I need to do. There and there. And then it's going to, I have no more cards to draw, so we're going to go straight to my turn. Yeah, let's move these there. We can keep track of it. We'll go straight to my turn. And now I'm going to pay a food and lay an extra egg just till I get there. So that's going to be 5 eggs that I can put wherever I wishel. Wherever my birdies wishel. Look at the point. 30 points in the wetlands. That's kind of nutso and insane. And then I get to tuck 8 cards. I'm not worried about taking the wheat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I lost a lot of tuck cards, but I got a lot of points because of these birds and also the bonus points that they're going to bring. The only mistake I made was taking the wren instead of whatever bird was forest only, which takes that bonus card down from 8 to 4. And that may keep us from 300 points in this game. That's how tight this is. We'll find out. So that's 1. I'm going to get 2 eggs, which will go enclosure nest, bowl nest, and then I get to spend a food, lay 5 eggs. Again, this is never going to happen in a game where you sit down with your friends. They're not going to be dumb enough to do this for you. But it's really cool to watch it happen. It's kind of really cool. 4, 5, and I'm going to tuck 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to take another turn. I get 2 more eggs from my opponents. And that's going to be bowl, enclosure. And then I get to spend a food and do 5 eggs for myself. I'm going to do the eggs until I get through the eggs. And then we're just going to count how many more rounds for tucked cards, and that will be it. There's 3. Full, 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 full. We may be there. We're there. Okay. Tuck 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 3 turns left. So 1 turn is going to be tuck 8 cards. Dink, 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 dink. Tuck 8 cards, which is what I'm doing at this point. Tuck 8 cards. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is going to be, bird value remains the same. That is going to be 58. Eggs are full capacity. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 22, 25, 29, 32, 34, 42. 42 eggs are full capacity. For eggs in the grasslands in the 3rd round, I would say 15 is a pretty good total. So we're going to say we won that one also, and we have 15 end of round goal points. Tucks are 48 plus 40 totals 88 thus far. So we're going to have 88 tucks, 42 eggs, full capacity, 15 end of round goal points, 58 points for birds. So the total is going to be 58. That's 100 between birds and eggs. 115, 203. We're not quite going to get there, I don't think. It's going to be high 280s, early 290s. 5 more turns. I'm tucking 40 more. We haven't counted the bonus cards yet. It's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 tucks, 5 turns, 40, which is going to give us 128. And total birds. Yeah, we won that one. So we are going to take that end of round goal for a total of 22. Eggs are 42. Birds are 58. 100 total. Bonus cards. Oh, I never took the cards for each one. I knew there was something else I wanted to do. I stopped taking drawing birds at the end right there. 15 birds played, end of second round. That's the note right there, which means I have 11 turns. 6 turns in round 3 and 4 turns in round 5 to have drawn 11 birds into my hand. So I have 11 birds in my hand. I wanted to physically show that, forgot to. But 11 birds in the hand, that gives us 7 points. Visionary, 7. Forester should have been 8. I screwed the pooch on that. We only get 4. 4. I need to make the note 8 right there. Fishery manager. Birds that eat fish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 is 8. Fish for 8 points. Then we have wetland scientist. Live only in the wetlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 7 points. And then we have ecologist. Bird habitat with the fewest birds. 2 points per bird. All of them have 5 times 2 points is 10 points. So ecologist, that's a 10-point bonus card right there. So our bonus points, 14, 24, 32, 36, could have been 40, but they are 36 for the purposes of this demonstration because that's what we're looking at. We have bonus cards, 36. We have tucks at a total of 128. Birds, 58. Eggs, 42. End of round goals, 22. No cached food. Our total score is 36, 164, 264, 284, 286. Would have been 289 had I not used the Wren, because it was one less combination, bird, point, and egg. So I would have had 289. Not quite 290. But there you go. You're never going to have this happen playing this game. I promise you, you're never going to have this happen. But the most points that I've been able to come up with, accounting for the mistake I made there, 289 with the core set. I would really love to see somebody find more points than that in this game. I would really love to see that. It would warm my heart. Any changes you see that I could have made that would have affected it, let me know. Anything in the order, different bird to play. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I had come up with, my third run through for how many points could possibly be scored totally unreasonably with the core set of Wingspan. 286 in this demo, 289 had I done it right. Bear in mind, last August, July I think it was, I scored 132, 140 something, and 159 in 3 games in a 1-week period. The most before that was 128, and I think I've gotten 122 times since. It's not an easy game to blow out of the water because it takes a lot of preparation meets opportunity. You need to know how the cards can interact, reasonably what to expect, what you have, and make the most of it. It is a very easy game to learn and a very difficult game to master. Wingspan, you guys know I love it. I'm all about the birds. Who knew? So guys, that is it for me, Chris, the Lower Slower board gamer. And guys, enjoy. Thanks for watching, and keep on rolling. How'd that squirrel get